As a fan of NordicTrack equipment, it's been an exciting few weeks. First, there was a release of iFit 2.0, which I have on my machines here in beta, and there's more and more things coming to this almost weekly, and it will be released soon. If you've got beta already, let me know what you think in the comments. And this week, I got an email from NordicTrack showcasing all their new treadmills, bikes, and rowers, etc. It's a lot to unpack. Let's get cracking. Let's start with software updates, and there's been more since I made my original video about iFit 2.0. I'll link to that video at the end of this one and also in the description. But one of the highlights for me is it just looks a lot more engaging, especially on the larger tablets. It doesn't look quite as impressive on the smaller ones, and I'll talk about that a bit more later. But the colors are better, it's just easier to use, and they seem to be adding more and more features to it. As well as streaming services such as Netflix, and this is a 2022 machine, and you can see it's really quite smooth. You've also got Amazon Prime as well. One of the best things about iFit 2.0 is you can be watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, for instance, and have your workout running in the background, and you can seamlessly switch between your workout and your streaming service. Now, to be completely honest, I barely use the streaming services, and the reason being is I love all of this. I love the coaching and these outdoor immersive workouts, but it is nice to have them on days where I don't want this. I might just want a steady state workout and just watch a TV show, for instance. One thing that came this week, which has really impressed me though, is to do with the music. So if I show you the music here, you've got stations, and with Feed FM, you can, turn that down. You can change stations. I've got it on Global Hits. In the UK, we get rock, down-tempo yoga, which you're not gonna ride to really, dance and Global Hits. If you're in the US, you will get 11 stations here. And if, for instance, you don't like a song, for instance, you can just skip it and you get 6 skips per hour. And if I was going to rate the music on these stations, I would say that it's good enough. However, this update has changed everything. And that's this little icon down here. Can you see it? Spotify. And you can log in as normal and you can just pick whatever music you like. And that will play in the background of your workout when you switch back to the ride. And if you didn't know already, if you go onto your Spotify account and type in running, if you're running, riding, if you're riding, or rowing, if you're rowing, you will get a load of playlists associated to the activity you're doing. Will they be bringing podcasts? Who knows? I found this.
Listen to the audio that motivates you while getting your workout in.
The other iFit 2.0 update, which isn't in the first video, is this, and this is the create part, where you click on create and you can just create your own workout. So for instance, I might want a workout where for 5 minutes, I'm running at 5 miles an hour at a 5% incline. And then I want to add another interval to that. And on the next interval, I want 4 minutes at 9, that's too fast for me anyway. And I want minus 3 incline on that. I don't know if you want to do sets of those, I can also add sets as well. So you can build your own workout here. It will also save it and you can come back to it any time to do it. And you can also set a goal for your workout by time, calories, or distance as well. In this section, I'm going to cover treadmills. So there's some significant upgrades to their existing lineup, as well as some brand new treads coming in. I'm going to cover the best-selling treadmills and also the new models. So let's start with the 1750, the Commercial 1750, and the Commercial 2450, two of their leading treadmills. So the 1750, which is an amazing treadmill, has a 14-inch HD screen on the current model, and the 2450 has a 22-inch HD screen. The numbers in the model numbers don't seem to reflect the screen sizes. With the current tablet on the 1750, for instance, it's in a surround. So in this silver line is actually a tablet. I can probably show you better on the actual 22i here. So the tablet is kind of here and the speaker's at the bottom there. Can you see it's like different? And one of the things about these tablets, and it's not a huge thing, is they do have really thick bezels. And it's the same on the 14-inch tablet here as well. And you've also got quite a large surround which houses the speaker and also some manual controls at the side here. And as much as I think that the current tablets look good, I think they're nice tablets, I think the new tablets look a lot cleaner. So the speaker looks better, they're doing away with the numbers around the side, which you've got the numbers on the control panel anyway below the tablet. In addition to that, if you want them at this level, you can just put them back on the screen. So I think this is a really good move. Tablets also get USB-C charging capability, which is a nice feature. It means while you're working out, you can also charge your phone. And as I mentioned earlier, I think the iFit 2.0 software looks better now on a larger screen. It's actually fine on this, but this is the 14-inch screen that's on the current model 1750. And I know what you're thinking, this is a bike, Steve, and it is, but it's the same tablet that's on the 2450 treadmill. And I think the new software is kind of designed a bit more for a larger tablet, which leads me into the new screen sizes. So the 1750 goes from a 14-inch tablet to a 16-inch tablet, so nice uplift. And the 2450, which is the same tablet here, goes from a 22-inch tablet to a 24-inch tablet. One thing that did surprise me with the newer models is the change in motor size. So the 1750 here has a 3.5 continuous horsepower motor, and the 2450 has a 3.6 continuous horsepower motor. They've upped this to 4.25 continuous horsepower. So that's a significant increase in motor power on machines that weren't ever underpowered. Next is belt size. So the current model has a 20-inch wide belt and it's 60 inches long. Now, interestingly, well for me anyway, when they released this new design of treadmill in 2022, they had a 22-inch wide belt. So my 2450 is a 2022 model, that has a 2-inch wider belt than this one. This is a 2023 or 4 1750. I like a wider belt, especially as somebody with terrible balance. But this is actually fine, this is a good belt. What NordicTrack have done for the 2025 models is they've brought back the 22-inch wide belt, which I think is a good move. Next is max speed. The current models have a max speed of 12 miles an hour, which is a 5-minute mile. So, I mean, I don't know anyone who can run a 5-minute mile. If you're a really fast runner, then the new 1750 maintains that 12 miles an hour top speed. But the 2450 has a 14 mile an hour top speed, which is the equivalent of 4 minutes and 17 seconds a mile. I can't imagine running that fast, that's all I'm saying. What are the timelines for these new machines? Well, I'll put a link in the description and pinned comment. That will take you straight to NordicTrack's website for your country. And using that link also really helps support the channel. So thank you very much, it is really appreciated. In the US, all the machines I'm talking about are available right now and you can order them and they will come to you very soon. If you're in Canada, then the release date for the machines, the new machines, is about the 17th of September, but keep checking the link. If you're in Mexico, it's the 24th of September. And if you're in Blighty, then it's mid to late October. Pricing, and this is interesting, especially if you're somebody who likes a bargain. So this 1750 here, this is the current model 1750. It is excellent. I really like this treadmill. And I'm going to talk about model numbers. When you click on the links I've just talked about, when you go to the machines, scroll down and you will see the model number. And that correlates with the year. The new machines will end with a model number 25, and this is a 2024 model, and this ends with the code 24. If you like a bargain and you don't necessarily need or want the very latest model, then the new 1750 is 25% more expensive than the current model 1750, and both are still available on the US website. And if you're looking at the 2450, the new model is 20% more expensive than the current outgoing model. And I don't normally talk about NordicTrack prices because they can be a little bit fluid, but it might be a consideration for you when you're picking your next treadmill. Next, I want to talk about the X Series or Incline Series treadmills. Now, if the Commercial Studio Series treadmills are excellent, these take it to another level. And up until now, they had two models, the X22i, and with these models, the number denotes the screen size. It's a very strange system. So the 22i has a 22-inch screen and the X32i has a massive 32-inch screen. The comfort levels are taken up a notch and the incline goes to +40 instead of +12, and the decline goes to -6 as opposed to -3 on the Commercial Studio Series models. This is a substantial treadmill. It doesn't fold up either, so you're going to need to have room for it, but they are the flagship models. It's been replaced with the 16i and the X24i, and as far as I can tell, as far as I can see, they've got the same 16-inch and 24-inch screens that you can get on the new Commercial Series treadmills. They also have the same 4.2 continuous horsepower motors in them as the Studio Series, the Commercial Studio Series treadmills, and they have the same size belts now. Previously they had bigger belts than these ones. Because the X Series treadmills don't seem to have been updated for a long while, if I look at the model numbers, they're 21. I think this is a really good refresh, and I mean, I'm looking forward to, hopefully I can get an X Series treadmill, the new ones, on this channel very soon. In this last section, I want to talk about bikes. This is a 22i, an S22i, has a very impressive 22-inch screen. If you want more than this, you can go to the S27i with its 27-inch screen. NordicTrack have just released the X24i bike. So the S has gone to an X, I'm not sure why, and that has a 24-inch screen, so 2 inches bigger than this screen. When I look at the bikes and compare the specs, the X24i seems to have apart from the tablet, apart from all this here, seems to have very similar specs to the S22i, which is this bike. And if it has, then that's probably a good thing, because out of every connected home spin bike I've ridden, the S22i is by far my favorite bike. It truly is excellent. And the last thing is iFit's new AI coach, which does look really impressive. And you talk to this coach by text message. And you can either ask it for advice on your workouts, or you can tell it your goals. And I'm going to put some screenshots on the screen. And if, for instance, it selects a series of workouts for you on the treadmill, it will then put those on your treadmill so that next time you get onto your treadmill or your bike or your rower in the future, currently it's just on the tread, then those workouts will be there waiting for you. And this is a really good feature if you're looking to train for a 5K, say, or a 10K or a marathon. Having the ability to tell your AI coach where you are and where you need to be, and have that coach then formulate a workout program to help you get there, is really impressive. So this is certainly the biggest software upgrade I've seen in the years that I've been using iFit, and I really like the direction they're moving with these new tablets and also the tablet sizes. If you want to see my rundown of the beta software, then watch this video here. And as I mentioned, if you're going to NordicTrack's website, please use the link I've put in the description. Until next time, see you soon.